didn't realize that it was recording. So let me jump into the prayer. God, angels, ancestors, and guides, please guide me to the collective's energy, to Capricorn's energy, only helping me guide them for their highest good and their highest good only. Remove me and allow me to be the pierce channel for the white light. Archangel Michael, come in and protect me as I channel these messages. Archangel Raphael, protect the hearts of all involved. Archangel Metatron, give me as well as the collective clarity. Ashe. So this is messages I was told for Capricorn. So y'all already saw the shuffle, so I'm letting them stay where they are in these groups. But you made a fool of me. If you ever seen the movie Love and Basketball, that's you made a fool of me. So there is a situation where somebody made a fool of somebody else in some type of commitments, something that was done behind your back, or something that you didn't see coming. But what you didn't realize was this person is a part of your soul family. This person is connected to you on an energetic level. There was a purpose for this chaos. There was some type of order that happened. So this could have been the elixir to start your spiritual enlightenment, your closeness to spirit. But there was a reason, an underlying reason for this chaos that happened. For whoever or whatever this was that made a fool of you, or whoever you felt like, whatever relationship you felt like made a fool of you, it was everything that you needed for you to heal and to truly be happy. You could have been 28. The numbers 28, 34, 52, and 14 significant. You could have met this person at 14 or 28. I'm hearing you met yourself. So you have a sacred purpose. All of this is divinely guided. But there was some karmic lessons that you needed to address. And when I kept asking Spirit about the karmic lesson, the reason for, or the purpose for this, it was to address your bad habits. And also for you to choose people that love you. And I'm getting whatever this relationship was, this was a relationship where you had to choose you. So this letter right here, and then I kept getting this energy when I sat down, because I shuffled to pull out new cards, because I have these laying around my house like everywhere, in the bathrooms, in the living rooms, in me and the children's rooms. Like, these cards are everywhere. And so I was shuffling for new cards, and this one was for you guys. But the one that says be proud of yourself, that one is the one that faces me, because I have a stand for me, like what I look at. And I'm getting a strong energy of you having to choose the ones that love you. My children, my oldest daughter particularly, acknowledged that she loved me when I didn't love myself. And for her, I mean, she's fairly young, but for her to acknowledge that is very, I'm hearing noble, but mature is what the word I was looking for, because of her age and because of her acknowledgement of that. And I'm getting that there were some relationships that made a fool of you, but even though you were broken from it, or you felt like it left you in pieces, because it helped you move on. It helped you acknowledge your bad habits. It helped you acknowledge the people that love you more than you love yourself at times when it's difficult. There's parts of you that had to come to a completion, an ending, that had to be totally transformed or just moved completely out of the way for this new beginning, for this new part of you that brings in this happiness, that understands happiness, that can acknowledge when other people are not healed or happy. Anything? Okay. Clarify. Please clarify. It's like now being in a place of observing the external love that is given and what you feel. So if you plant a seed in somebody's life, you enter in somebody's life and they aren't trying to grow. All they want to do is gossip and bicker and complain. Like, you observing all of that. Like, you may not be saying anything, but you making notes of that mentally. Tell me more. You're starting to see people and yourself for exactly who and what you are. Yeah. Especially when it comes down to relationships. You're looking at the balance that's there. You may be dealing with like carpal tunnel or needing to strengthen your wrist. You may have like weak wrist. You may need to do like wrist exercises. Or you may have like some type of arthritis or something. But carpal is significant. Also, your reflection. The fruits of who you truly are. The number 3 is significant. 3 means support. 3 is a master number that you have mastered a karmic lesson. So this is all this read is about. Like parts of you needing to die completely so you can be reborn, for you to thrive and shine in each area. Like being who you truly are at your core. Yeah. Whatever the traditions that you have, the knowledge that you've learned, allowing it to bring in the success that you want. Being your authentic self. Realizing what makes you happy, what makes you tick, what doesn't, what brings you peace, what doesn't. And acknowledging the success in you sharing your love and you sharing and being happy. You being and healing. You being healed and healing. Continuously healing. continuously healing at times can be exhausting. So knowing when it's time to kind of take your foot off the gas on in those situations where you don't need to necessarily heal, you just need to exist. Knowing that you have the key to each door. So if you need to heal, you got the keys or the tools to do such. But also, if you are in a place of needing to just enjoy life, play, let your hair down, even share love, experience love, or even just observe the love that you have surrounding you, doing that and realizing that there's success in each dimension or each area, each of those areas in your life. I'm seeing different roads. Whenever I see or I say dimension, what I'm seeing is different roads or pathways in the sky or in the galaxy, because I don't see any. I just see the roads just in the abyss. I don't see anything else around it, but I see like different roads, and sometimes they're lower, sometimes they're higher, sometimes they're side by side. But you know, if you've ever been to like a big city where there's a lot of expressways and roads that kind of travel, that's how I see it. And I'm seeing your paths. I'm seeing them all like going into one. I hope that you're following. It's everything, every dimension has guided you, or whatever path you have been on in the past, or not just in this lifetime but in other lifetimes, has guided you to align on this path at this moment, at this time, for you to learn these lessons. Because you deserve this happiness. It's like you deserve success. And regardless of what people feel or think about who and what and how you do things, that's not your cross to bear. That's theirs. Your karma is your karma. And so there's a need for you to acknowledge that and separate that. So for example, like if you're dating somebody, or there's a husband and wife, and there's one party that does not, like, their karma is always good, like they always get back what they put out, and then there's somebody else that is connected, like I said, a relationship or a partner, they are always getting back BS, or they always having problems or trauma or drama. It's what they put out. This could be because they judge it. I'm hearing their heart may not be right. I don't even, their heart could be broken or could have been broken, and so the way that they dealt with it was to put a mirror to everybody else's doing instead of looking at themselves. They gossip, they backbite, they do everything possible to make sure that you don't see them for who they truly are. That's not your cross to bear. It's just for you to observe the people that are around you. Observe what they are doing. The feeling that you receive. Do you feel loved? Do you feel that magnetic pull of peace? It's like you observing everything around you, especially when it's associated with love. And the things that are what other people are trying to hide, or what they don't want you to see. It's like you've been made a fool of before. And so those very patterns of people that made a fool of you, you are observing that in other people. You're seeing it in other people. You're seeing it where people are wanting to be the center. They think that what their way is the right way. What they know and feel is law. I'm hearing that song, You Made a Fool of Me. Tell me why you continuously are playing that song. Somebody has been up contemplating a decision, or stressed out about a decision, or about people making, or the mistakes they've made, how other people made a fool of them, where they saw success other places, where there was a true offer. There was no, where they could have truly been they could be beating themselves up, where they could have easily had a relationship. They could have easily had a relationship, but they chose to not see the success that's here, instead of sharing the love, and instead of observing the external love that they were receiving and the success they were receiving in the relationship. They ended up making I'm hearing a bad call on somebody that is eclectic, authentic, like authentically who they are. Not the norm is what I'm hearing, or not what they're normally used to. I'm getting an energy of I'm getting an energy of somebody looking back at your strength. They looking back at the you had a lot of sleepless nights. You need to be proud of yourself, where you are, the success you've had, the happiness. What you don't realize, the things you've already accomplished. The people that made a fool of you, they truly made a fool of themselves. Yes, you had bad habits that you needed to address. Yes, you needed to acknowledge you had people that loved you unconditionally and loved you when you didn't love yourself. But you also need to be proud. Looking back, you need to be proud of the days that you didn't know where you were coming from, or what your next decision or what your next move was going to be, and acknowledging that the roads led you to success. Everything that you were once ashamed of, there was order in the chaos that has happened in your life. There's peace within, is what I just heard. Ooh. This situation, or these situations, you were impatient about so much, or you've been impatient about this happiness unfolding and how it would unfold, and about the delays of you getting to the right places, and you being so attached to like things and jobs and relationships that there was no release for a freedom. It's like I'm seeing somebody exhaling, realizing that it's all God. Being healthy in those moments of not knowing that you're being aligned, when things are being delayed, when setbacks come, and you may have to dip in savings, or you may have to move forward. You may have to quit a job. You may have to end relationships. All your funds may be depleted entirely. But the healthiness of understanding the order that God has a purpose for whatever is happening. There's no need to be impatient, because divine timing is at play regardless. You can do all that you want to do. You can thrive forward. But I'm seeing Mike Tyson. So, like, God can give you everything that you've asked for, but if it's not your time, it will be taken away. I'm seeing Fantasia now. It's like God giving you everything, and because you're not ready for it, it's taken away. Trusting that even if you gain the world, or gain success, or gain happiness, God's timing is still at play. Like when God says, I'm tired of this being whatever it is, then it's going to be put to a stop. I don't care how much savings you have. I don't care how much money you, like, instantly. I don't care about the relationships you feel like you've built. I don't care how much job security. When God says it's over with. You can sneeze wrong in your job and they're going to fire you. If God is tired of this. And the acceptance of those delays, the acceptance of those changes, and allowing you to, and having a allowing spirit to, God, I'm here for it. Like, whatever you got for me, I'm gonna do this chin up, chest out. That energy. And there's a strong energy of that's either where you are or that's where you're going to. But you not holding on to nothing that God is trying to excuse me. Oh God, thank you. You're not letting go of anything. You're not holding on to anything that God is trying to force you to let go of. I'm seeing somebody hanging off of a cliff, and they have their hands like dug into the ground, trying not. And I'm seeing like somebody just slowly just coming up and pulling up those fingers. When God is ready for you to fall, you'll fall. So acknowledging the greatness that you have within, observing the things that you've been through, and seeing the underlying order, seeing the success, recognizing where you built new traditions, where you built your authentic self, when you were able to show up and be seen by others truly and feel the love. Like, so when my children were younger, because of family and their judgment, their criticisms, their lack of support when my children were young, the things that they said and did to try to turn my children against me made me feel as if my children felt the same way that outsiders did. And it didn't take this letter. It took situations for me to stand up for my children. Even when they didn't know it. Even when they weren't there. But them seeing the change in me. Them acknowledging that my mama is there for me and is doing things for me and making moves for me, that changed the whole dynamic of and for my children, because I stopped seeing them in a light of the people that were criticizing me. I stopped seeing them in the light of the people that were trying to destroy me, destroy my image, or destroy who I was to them. I started seeing them for who and what they truly were. I started acknowledging the love that they truly had for me. How they were able to see past my bad habits when I couldn't see past them myself. When I was trying to learn how to get out of them, or trying to learn how to stop them, or trying to learn how to do something different than what my environment was doing or encouraging me to do. I had to get to a point of experiencing their love on a true level, where a lot of people, like, I didn't have a parent that kind of talked to me about certain stuff, and the fact that I'm able to talk to my children about certain stuff, and then I see dynamics of adults that's very much like the adults that were in my life, and even up until my late 20s, starting to see how they miss out so much because they make children kind of shut down or close down, and they can't even experience their true authentic selves or their true authentic love because of not getting past their own egos or their own traumas, or get away from themselves, the negativity that they are so accustomed to. Tell me more. Okay. Anything else for Capricorn? Embrace the changes that are happening right now. Keep practicing chakra healing. And you are powerful and loved. You are filled with love and light. Don't let nobody take that from you. Any other affirmations you have for them? So today, repeat, I am light and love, over and over. I am powerful and loved. Movement helps my energy and emotions flow. There's a need for emotional flow or release. You may feel like you gotta cry and you don't even know why. That's that transformation that's happening. Butterflies, moth, um, and a peacock. And I'm hearing a parakeet. All of these may be significant. But the moon cycles, acknowledging the moon cycles, acknowledging that things that go on, like there's cycles to what is happening. There is a cycle. And acknowledging the cycles that where you are in life, and not just on a massive scale where you are being guided. You're seeing that you've been having a lot of bad, or you've been in a situation where you're having a lot of long nights, but acknowledging those small, like certain weeks you may have to rest, certain weeks, and acknowledging those patterns. So like every week or every month, acknowledging, writing it down, like write down on a calendar where it has the moon cycles, where you say this week you write down at peace. The next week, wherever, if it's a lot of decisions, chaos, drama, write that down. If it's another week where you are drained, write that down. But acknowledging, and write it down for at least 3 months. And then seeing that cycle and acknowledging, okay, so you can be prepared that next month, that 4th month. Once you sit back and are able to observe these cycles, then it's easier when they come in, because you can be prepared for it. My thoughts are empowering and loving. Through meditation, I see clearly beyond the veil of illusion. Yeah, seeing the underlying order of chaos. I want to tell you guys, thank you so much for coming out. Thank you for all your likes, shares, comments, subscribes, donations. Like, I truly, truly, truly appreciate everything that you guys do. Until next time, namaste and blessings to you and yours.